Alright, we're here to unbox the Sanitaire SC679J that we just ordered. So let's see what comes in the box. Alright, got a little instruction book. And it's just generic for most of all of their models, use the same book. So I'll throw that aside. Okay, this model has a shakeout bag like the other vacuum that we use. Put that aside. Here's the top handle piece and the lower handle piece. Got some styrofoam, there's the cord. This thing's still hot. Okay, there's some.
Here, pick it all up and I'll move the box.
Alright, put that over there. Alright, this is what the vacuum basically looks like. From underneath, you see it's got like a black kind of a plastic thing with a little bit of a beater strip in it, and then a brush. So I'll flip that back around here. Okay, deal what that looks like. Okay, I have a little spare parts in here.
Does it already have a belt attached?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, you have a spare belt. You have your cord clips that we have to install, and a couple of the bolts that we're going to use. So we'll pause the camera just here for a minute, and then we'll get everything together that we need so we can start putting this together. So stay tuned. Okay, we got the two handles here, and you got to slide these things together. It's pretty self-explanatory. There's tabs on both sides of the handle, so you want to make sure you align those the same direction. You see there's a little tab sticking out here. Line that up so it lines up with this tab here. That's the direction you want it to go. Then you want to use the shorter of these two bolts. Kind of line this up. And then you want to put the bolt in there, get it started. Get that down snug a little bit. Now the first few times you use the vacuum, these bolts may tend to loosen a little bit on you. So you want to be sure to check those after you use it. Okay, and then the second one goes like that. Make sure your handle's kind of halfway straight. Put in the little retainer pin in here. Get these lined up. We'll trick it first. Okay, now you want to make sure when you put these clamps on, they snap on, but you want to make sure you leave enough slack in your cord, because when you press this thing to go completely flat, it's going to maybe need a little more cord than it does when it's all the way upright. So you want to kind of keep that in mind. Put a little slack in it. And this is the lower one, and I'll show you the difference here in a minute. You want to have this hook aimed down because that's where you're going to wrap your cords, and you line it up over here on this side. Put the cord in there like this, and you want to line it up in that tab kind of. And these are kind of a little tricky to put on the first time. Kind of have to fight with them a little bit. Then pull it forward till it snaps in. And sometimes it won't go perfectly. They're going to look like they're out a little bit, but as long as you
I think it's right.
get them started and they feel pretty snug, they're okay. There's a little bit of slack in this one. Okay. Now on this one, these are not the same thing. This one has a little retainer in here for this spring, and this helps protect the cord at the top. And so you want to make sure that this is going to be aimed up, because it's your cord wrap, and you want to try to aim this. Put this spring in here. It's kind of hard to see in this lighting. don't have my reading glasses on. Just have to make sure. Okay. There's a little spot in here that you push this into, see? And it's retained. And then you got your cord in here. And you can still pull this through if you have to take it back out again a little bit, because you want to make sure you got just the amount of cord you need in here. So maybe do it like that.
Well,
get it close to the right spot.
Pull the handle back, let's make sure.
It's okay. I already checked that.
Alright.
Okay, so make sure your cord's in there, because that's going to go in and stay. Then make sure that's pressed in good. That's pretty much all you got to do on that. And there's going to be a little bit extra cord in there, doesn't matter. And then start it over on this side is the easiest, I think. And then kind of pop it around. Okay, let me double check here. Looking. Yeah, looks like it's in. You can, it's kind of hard to pull this through, but you can adjust your cord a little bit so it's got just enough slack in it. That's what you need right there. Then the cord, now this one has a 30-foot cord on it, not a 50-foot cord. But it's a good thick cord and it's a 3-prong. Okay, now the bag, I'll turn this, actually go around that side so we'll have better light. Go stand right over there. Show you kind of how these go on. You've got a little tab on the bottom here and then this clip at the top. And so you got to line the tab up. Throw this over here. You got to line your tab up there. Pull it forward until you can get that to pop on. That's retained. Now these are a little difficult at first, but after you've done them a few times they get looser. This just, you pull it up here like that and stick it into this area right here, and again it's a little bit tough at first. But there, it didn't click in, but it's in. Put this extra belt aside. So that's the assembly. It's not much to it.
That's what it looks like, bag and all.
Now on the bottom, we'll show you. Okay, here's your easy clean chamber. You just pop those clips and you can pull this off if you need to clean out your brush bar or anything like that. And this is just a one-piece basic brush bar. It's got a little bit of a beater strip on it. And the bristles are not super stiff, but they're okay. And it looks to me like it's got basic bearing bushings in the end, not bearings. But that'll loosen up. You can get a better bar for these too because they fit in there. You could get a like a Vibragrimmer 2 bar or something like that if you want to. But to get started, this is a good basic setup. And so we'll go ahead and put the table away and everything, and maybe show it vacuuming just a little bit. So stay tuned. We're going to try this out on a carpet scrap that's used for a doormat. So it hasn't been vacuumed or cleaned ever. Yeah, probably 3 or 4 years. Ever. So it's probably got a lot of sand and silt and things in it. So go ahead and try it out and see how it does. Try this back to see if it lifts the carpet up or not. It'll lift it. Alright. We're at Paul's. I'm going to go get like a handful of brine. I'm going to go get like some rice and some stuff, and we'll throw it down on this little carpet. We'll see how the agitation shows up on here.
No, that's clean.
Yeah, it's cleaned the carpet pretty good. So stay tuned for just a second longer. We'll be right back. Okay, this is some Rice Krispies and just some plain white rice. So we'll see how it does. Let's go kind of slow so we can see if it's going to agitate. All right. We're going to test it in our living room, but we're not going to throw a bunch of stuff down. But so just keep watching. Okay, that's kind of showing you the SC679J from Sanitaire. And at the time of this video, this cost about $115 for those of you looking for a reasonably priced vacuum. That can, it does a pretty good job. It's actually quite fun to use. It's very lightweight. So, you know, if you want something that's maneuverable and quick to use.
When we first got this and unboxed it, we were kind of alarmed about the plastic beater bar. We didn't think that was going to be very nice, but it works real good. We're amazed. It's a very nice vacuum. We're going to use it for our carpet cleaning business, so it's going to get put through the test.
Yeah, we'll start using it in videos, so we're going to give it a good demonstration, and we'll see how it holds up. But so far, we're suitably impressed. So thanks for watching the video, and I'll put a link down in the video description so you can go and look and see this vacuum and see the reviews and things that are on it. But for $115, it's definitely a pretty nice little vacuum. So keep watching our channel and you'll see more videos on this. Thanks for watching. One more little bonus feature. We were going to do this off camera, but we vacuumed our next door neighbor's house real quick with this because she doesn't have a very good vacuum. And it made a huge dust cloud. So you wouldn't have been able to see anything. But
come over here.
I'll come a little closer now. The dust is all the way out against the wall. And this is just from our neighbors, and they've got...
this doesn't mean anything. This is fine dust. This is what you want out of your carpets. Any vacuum will get that stuff. That's surface stuff. That fine dust, that's the stuff that's down deep in the mat of the carpet.
Walk out there in the yard a little bit and give that bag a good beating and turn it upside down. Yeah, that's pretty dusty. You definitely want to dump these bags and clean these bags outside.
Now that I've seen how much come out of the bag, I'm very impressed. That's a lot of dirt.
Yeah, she has a Berber carpet, so there's not very many places for the dirt to hide, but obviously there was a lot of dirt in it.
You got to keep in mind, our carpet's vacuumed 2 to 3 times a week.
Yeah, and hers is vacuumed maybe once a month.
So this is impressive.
But it did a really good job. Picked up a lot of the fine dirt and stuff that a lot of vacuums don't get. So
now I'm going to go wash my hands.
Yeah, now we got a dirty bag that we got to clean, but that's okay. you can see it does a good job picking up. That's what you need a vacuum to do. So yeah, he'll play in that for a while. He might even make a little fort. But it's a lot of stuff. But thanks for watching. Okay, I want to show people how you clean these shakeout bags. This one's kind of dirty right now because we just used it. But when you get them dumped out, you see inside there's a little bit of dust and dirt. So I'm going to show you real quick how to fix that. Sit this over or hold on to that. Okay, very, very carefully because there's metal strips all along the top here. So what you want to do is start turning it inside out. This one's a new one, so it may be a little bit difficult. Very gently start turning the metal strips inside out. Okay, now start pulling this stuff through. You might want to get away from it, Jay. This is going to be really dusty. Back up some. It's going to blow right on you because that's the way the wind's blowing. Here, let me turn around this way a little bit. Okay, at a certain point you reach inside and you can grab a hold of the cuff at the bottom to kind of hold it. You kind of push it through like that with your fingers. Get it lined out. I would not suggest, if you have allergies or asthma, that you even mess with shakeout bags. This is for everybody else. Okay, you don't want to force it through all the way, but you got it kind of film inside there. You can get it down as far as you can comfortably before it feels like it's going to break something or start tearing. Okay, now let me see this. Now, what you basically do is you start sweeping this off, and you want to do it on a nice open area if you can. Figure out which way the wind's blowing your stuff. Get some of the loose stuff off. And there's a little pocket here. And this kind of helps trap debris as it pops into the bag, the heavier stuff, so it falls in here instead of out the bottom. So you want to be kind of careful with that. And if you brush it from the outside, you can kind of see most of the stuff's going to fall out, just hitting it from the outside. Okay, if you check up here in the top area that you can't quite reach, there's usually an accumulation of stuff there that you can just pull out by hand, or you can run in there with the sweep it out with the broom like that. Now if you're working all day long, this is clean enough to go back to work. If you're going to store the vacuum and put it in your closet or something like that, what you want to do is, what I do is I get the Dyson with the brush attachment on the end of the hose, and I'll actually vacuum this to get it even cleaner. But I'm going to get it good enough now because I'm going to turn it back inside, or back the right way. Alright, so then when you get done, you just reach inside, grab the cuff, and you start pulling this thing gently, gently, gently. You don't want to tear the stitching. Now if it ever did have a little tear in it, you can repair the stitches from the inside if you turn it inside out. So at least you can fix the bag if it does that. But you just start working it through. And this is a brand new bag, so they're a little bit stiff at first. Just start gently pulling it out. Just kind of work with it. It'll start taking its shape pretty quick. And then when you get to the top, just gently flip these metal cuffs back around. There you got that. And then when you put it back together, you tuck these like this. Okay, now the outside being dirty, that you could just, let me see this thing. You can get some of this off, but the best way to get that really clean is just hit it with your vacuum hose from another vacuum. Make sure you get inside like that. These are not too hard to take care of, and you don't have to clean it after every job if you don't want to. We do because we can't go from apartment to apartment transferring the stuff we picked up in case somebody had fleas or bed bugs or something like that. We have to clean these things in between every job.
We don't recommend washing them and getting them wet.
No.
Some people might, but we don't recommend it. This is the best way.
But if you're out doing several vacuuming jobs that day, and get your shirt too, get you a little broom or something like that you can use to kind of clean it. And I've been doing it real slow because I'm talking and trying to demonstrate at the same time. You can do these pretty quick. But that's basically ready to go back on. You got a metal clip that's in the house right now. It just slides back on here and holds this tight, and that's the spring clip that clips to the top of the vacuum. So that's really all there is to it. So I wanted to show everybody that because it's a kind of, people don't know what to do with these bags sometimes, but they're pretty easy. So thanks for watching.